Hi, friends, it's Miss Allie. I'm super excited because today is our writing day. All right, friends, our learning target for today says I can create a beginning for my story. This is so exciting. Friends, we learned about the plot earlier this week. Friends, we learned that a story's plot is what happens in the story, and all stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. They have a part that happens first, a part that happens next, and then the part that happens last at the end. And this week we are focusing on the beginning. So we learned that a beginning is where we introduce the characters, the setting, and maybe a problem. We talked about the beginning earlier, and now we're going to write our own beginning. So, my directions for today say to draw your beginning, to write 3 or more sentences describing what happens in the beginning of my story. It says, remember, usually in the beginning, we meet the main character or characters, we know the setting, and sometimes we learn about a problem. So that's what I'm going to do today. Watch as I write my story. All right, friends. So I have my writing journal and I have my pencil, and I'm ready to start working on my beginning. So remember, if you have your packet, that's great. You're going to flip to the page that says beginning plot. If you don't, that's fine. You're going to do it in your writing journal, just like me. So you're going to open up your writing journal. The first thing I'm going to do is review what I wrote about last time. So first I wrote about my characters. I remember Taro is my main character. She's a curious cat. She always loves exploring. And I have some supporting characters. I wrote about Jay is a bird who likes to talk a lot. He is very noisy. And I wrote about Squeak is very sneaky. You don't even know he is coming. So Taro, Jay, and Squeak are going to be in my beginning because I'm going to introduce my characters. I also wrote about the setting of my story, and I wrote that Taro, Jay, and Squeak take a trip to the beach. They visit Ocean City, Maryland. That's where my story is going to take place. And I said it was a hot summer day last summer. Taro, Jay, and Squeak had a fun vacation. So that's when it takes place. So now I'm going to flip to the next clean page, and I'm going to get started writing right away. Today is March 25th. So I'm going to write the date. That's 3-25 2021. I have the date on the top of my paper. I'm going to make sure I leave plenty of room so I can draw a picture, and then also have plenty of room to write my story. I'm going to think what I want to say. I'm going to introduce my setting, my characters, and the problem. So first I'm going to talk about my setting. I'm going to say when it happened. So I'm going to say, it was a hot, sunny day last summer. That's my first sentence. It, I know it's the beginning, so it begins with an uppercase. It, that's a sight word. I-T. It was, that's another sight word. Was, W-A-S. It was. Ah, that's easy. That's a sight word. Hot. It was a hot, sunny. E. E is a Y at the end of the word. It was a hot, sunny. There's no room here, so I'm going to go down Day. First a circle, then a line. Day. Last. Last. Summer. Our controlled vowel. Period. It was a hot, sunny day last summer. So I got my setting. Pretty good. Now I need to talk about my characters. So I'm going to say Taro, the curious cat. Jay, the noisy bird. And Squeak, the sneaky mouse, went to the beach. I'm introducing my characters, saying where they are going. It's a new sentence. I begin with an uppercase. Taro, the T-H-E, curious, curious. Taro, the curious cat, cat. Taro, the curious cat. J, J-A, the T-H-E, noisy, oi, oi, noisy is Y at the end of a word. The noisy bird, our controlled vowel, bird. And, A-N-D, Taro, the curious cat. J, the noisy bird. And Squeak, uppercase because it's his name. Squeak. And Squeak, the sneakies. Eek. E, Y at the end of a word. The squeaky mouse. Ow, ow, house. Go. Or it was last summer, so I'm going to say went. And went to the beach. Beach. Period. It was a hot, sunny day last summer. Taro, the curious cat. Jay, the noisy bird. And Squeak, the sneaky mouse, went to the beach. This is a great start. It's a good beginning to my story. But I want to introduce a problem. I want there to be conflict in my story. So I'm going to think, what could be a problem that happens if a cat, a bird, and a mouse go to the beach? I know, cats do not like water. And Taro is very curious. So I have a feeling if Taro went to the beach, she would explore the water, but then she wouldn't like it because she would be all wet. And cats don't like being wet. That is my problem. I'm going to write that. I'm going to say Taro was exploring the water. Taro was, sight word, was, W-A-S, exploring, exploring. Taro was exploring the water. Tara was exploring the water when she got really wet. Tara was exploring the water when WH question word and she got really eel, E-Y at the end of a word. Tara was exploring the water when she got really wet. W-et. Then I'm going to write, cats hate being wet. New sentence begins with an uppercase. Cat. Cats hate. Ate. That says hat. I need a boss E. Cats hate being. Ing. Ing. Wet. W-et. Cats hate being wet! Exclamation point. Oof, I want to keep writing. But I'm going to stop once I've written my beginning. The direction was for me to write at least 3 sentences, 3 or more sentences with my beginning, describing my characters, the setting, and maybe a problem. Let's see if I've done that. It was a hot, sunny day last summer. I got my setting. Tara, the curious cat, Jay, the noisy bird, and Squeak, the sneaky mouse, went to the beach. I added more setting because I'm talking about the beach, and I talked about all my characters. Tara was exploring the water when she got really wet. Cats hate being wet. And I included a problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. I used uppercase where I needed to. I used lowercase where I needed to. All my letters are going in the correct direction. So now I can add my picture. I'm going to draw a picture of the beach. Here's the water crashing in. I'm going to draw a picture of Tara by the water, exploring the water. It said it was a hot, sunny day, so I'm going to draw a nice big sun. And I think I'm ready. I can't wait to keep writing this same story next week. Next week, I can tell what happened next. But first, I just have my beginning. Friends, I can't wait to read your beginnings of your stories where you put together the characters, your setting, and you come up with an interesting problem. Have fun writing today. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed watching Miss Allie write my story, just the beginning of my story, in my writing journal. Now it is your turn. So you are going to get your packet if you have it. If not, you can get your writing journal and a pencil. I hope you have a great time writing the beginning of your story today, and I can't wait to read them. Bye, friends.